Boy, there's a lot of shit going on with this auto pen shit. They say that Biden only recognized and did himself was his son, pardon his son. So we don't even know how true that shit is. But apparently, anytime a president is unable to sign something himself, he has to sign a document in order to for that auto pen to sign his signature. This man didn't know shit all of what was all being signed with that auto pen. So everybody was in line, making money off of it to hurry up and get pardoned before Trump got into office. Yup. They're finding it out right now. That's some shit, Dr. Fauci. I hope your ass goes down. Cause that was your lab. You were mixed up in with that China. Why is it that that lab was named COVID before COVID even came? And there's also patents. I came across patents for COVID. That's crazy. So they knew about this shit, and this shit got out to everybody, and ended up America was like isolated, wearing masks, going crazy, buying fucking toilet paper like it was money. There wasn't shit left on the shelves. Yup. At that time is when I was just moving into my house. We just got our house. Man, I had my ex-wife load up them plastic bags, and we're moving now because they were talking about locking America down over COVID. Yep. I moved us like 2 days, not even. Yeah, 2 days. Bag. She was pissed as fuck at me. She was mad because she liked her shit organized. I didn't give a fuck. Throw it in the fucking van, let's go. Just in case we get locked down, because I seen it, we were getting locked down for a while. But everybody got locked down. You got to think all these workers and that were getting paid to be at home, millions and millions of dollars. Yup. But yeah, that auto pen, there's going to be some shit going down. Listen. They're talking about it right now. It's being debated right now.
The Biden administration may go down in history as the most brazen constitutional fraud in American history.
It's going down.
Presidency fronted by a failing puppet with staffers behind the scenes pulling the strings.
Yup.
This is not political hyperbole. The American people saw it with their own eyes during the June 2024 debate. Numerous times, Biden stood frozen behind the podium, mouth agape, eyes frozen and unblinking. When he did speak, his words were confused and disjointed. I said
poor man was stuttering.
This is the most consequential presidential debate in history because it will result in one of the two candidates being removed from the ballot. That was exactly right. And following that debate, the Democrats recognized the collapse. They pulled out their knives and took out President Biden like Caesar on the Ides of March.
Yep.
For all of their strutting about, protesting.
And not only that, they were saying that Biden's wife was actually running the show. She sat in for him. Yup. There's people that were working for the Biden administration that said that she was sitting in and handling business for him.
Not a one of them gave a damn about democracy when they pulled Biden off the ballot and dropped Kamala Harris in without a single Democrat primary voter voting for him. And you know what? Not a single Democrat is here today because not a single one of them gives a damn about the fact that they lied to the American people for 4 years.
Yup.
They knew. Every one of them knew that Joe Biden was mentally not competent to do the job. The White House press secretary, she knew when she stood in front of the American people and lied over and over and over again, and they're not here because they can't defend themselves. It wasn't a surprise. For 4 years, the White House hid President Biden from Republican senators. Would not let him meet with us. He served 40 years in this body. We all know him. And they deliberately lied. And by the way, Jake Tapper had a bombshell book exposing the incredible scandal that Biden's mental decline was covered up by Jake Tapper. There's a Yiddish word, chutzpah. And that truly is chutzpah. How dare we lie and cover up what we all knew? Now, I have been asked literally 1,000 times by Texans, who was running the country? And I'm going to give you the most terrifying answer. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And not a single Democrat here cares.
No one showed up for it.
The most telling proof
there was no Democrats there
Biden's decline came with the signature of
they wouldn't even show up.
A symbol of executive authority that was outsourced to a machine. Mr. Wold, you're a lawyer who served in the White House counsel's office. You understand the gravity of presidential action.
Check out the rules of this auto pen.
Does the president's signature carry legal and constitutional weight under Article 2?
Yes.
Is the act of signing an executive order or signing a law or granting a pardon a delegable duty of the president?
So in that opinion in 2005 from OLC, they said essentially that an auto pen could be used by a subordinate, but the president's determination as to sign the document can never be delegated.
Can that authority be transferred to a staffer or machine without the president's explicit authorization?
Never.
And if you look at the statistics are stunning. In 2021, President Biden issued 78 executive orders. None were signed with an auto pen. That first year of the presidency, Biden, I suppose, was relatively lucid, and 78 executive orders he signed by hand. The second year, however, we see the auto pen emerge. The first auto pen executive order was issued on July 15th, 2022. After that day, 100% of the executive orders issued in 2022 were signed by an auto pen. In 2023, Biden issued 24 executive orders. 16 were auto penned.
Yup.
In 2024, Biden issued 19. 14 were auto penned. In 2025, Biden issued 14 executive orders. Every single one was auto penned. Mr. Wold, let me ask you as a legal matter, if there's a law that's passed both houses of Congress and it goes to the White House, and a staffer auto pens signing that law without the president's authorization, is that law legally passed and signed into law?
No.
If an executive order is issued and a staffer auto pens it without the president's authorization, is that executive order legally binding?
No.
And if a pardon is issued from the President of the United States and a staffer auto pens it without the president's authorization, is that pardon legally binding?
No.
Under the Biden White House, the ceremonial song, Hail to the Chief, was effectively replaced with Hail to the Pen. And it was an outright assault on democracy. And every reporter covering this ought to ask, why doesn't a Democrat care? We heard about the moral responsibilities of a staffer. How about an elected senator who knows damn well that if we get into a war and Iran is preparing to fire a nuclear weapon at the United States, that the commander-in-chief is busy playing with his Jell-O and is not competent to defend ourselves? And every member of the cabinet, the chief of staff, the press secretary, and the members of Congress who lied about this on a daily basis with the press's complicity, they are all responsible for subverting democracy.
Senator Cornyn.
That's crazy. Just about every single thing was signed with that auto pen. And there's a reason why they kept this man out of the news, because this man was stumbling on his shit. I feel sorry for this man, because he was made to go up there and talk in front of people. He fell constantly. He was falling up the steps, falling down the steps, lost on the stage. Man, Democratic Party should be ashamed of themselves putting that man up there. That man didn't know what he was doing. Someone else was signing his name. Yep. So all those pardons that he put out there for you guys, sorry, but I think Pam Bondi and them will get your ass now. Because it's not a legal document unless the president signs it. You notice how Trump is on there doing, signing the shit right on national TV? Man, that man signed like a couple hundred fucking executive orders. That's what a president's supposed to do. And now there's no Democrats there when it coming up with about this auto pen. Not even there to argue because they know that they fucked up. We should just abolish parties and just be one body, one nation. But, you know, who am I? Just an American. Born and raised. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Show me some love. Much love and respect.